Hey busy crafters, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are returning. My name is Jessica and we have a great one for you. This is the first time that I'm participating in this collaboration. That is right, it's a Swap It Bop It collaboration hosted by our friend Clary with Clary's Creations Part 2, as well as Sabrina with Sabrina's Craft Nanigans, Joanna with Joanna's DIY Life, Cheryl with Homeridge Studios, Donna J with Donna's DIY and Things, Lynn with Fidget DIYs, as well as myself, Tiffany with Simply Blessed Crafts, Sydney with Z9 Designs, Nikki with Touched by Time and Atelier with Nikki, and Yetta Craft Along with Jay. Hey busy crafters, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. My name is Jessica, and guess what? We got the box today from Lynn with Fidget DIYs. Haven't opened it yet, so we're going to be just a surprise together. And so, yeah, let's get to opening this box. So this is part of a Swap It Bop It collaboration. It's a mystery box challenge. So there are 5 items total that we have to use in our projects. 4 of them we know of, but the 5th one is creator's choice. And yeah, so let's see how nice Lynn has been to me. Says, hey, here are, so I got a little letter. I got a letter. It says, hey, here are the items for the Swap It Bop It collab. I hope you have a blast making great stuff. There's a baggie of goodies just for fun. Have a very blessed day, friend. Can't wait to see what you make, Lynn. Aw. So those are goodies for later on. So Clary has asked us to wait till the end of the video to share goodies if we've gotten any. So yeah, so here comes the actual stuff. All right, so first item, challenge item, crafter's choice. Okay, so we have to use a water bottle. So we got the water bottle. It says, oops, ran out of paper. I had to patch it up, LOL. That's nice paper. Ooh, I'm gonna try to salvage as much as that paper as I can. Okay. All right. So we have to do something with a water bottle. And, yeah. So, water bottle. Had to do something with the water bottle, so there's that. Hopefully I can salvage paper. So the crafter's choice, we are going to wait to see how that turns out. Got some tissue paper. Okay, so here's the florals. She wrapped them up really cute. I like that paper. I'm gonna try. I didn't have a very good time last time. Okay, I might be able to salvage these ones. So, oh my goodness, these are cute. Okay, so we got florals. Love the colors. Very springy, very summery as well. Yeah, I like these. Okay. So there's my water bottle. And then we have the garden tool. Okay. So we're supposed to use a water bottle, some florals, a garden tool. And I just came up with something just by saying it. This whole time I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is crazy. But I just came up with something. Thank you, Lord. The Lord is good. Okay. So we got the garden tool, and it's an actual garden tool. That is cool. That is cool. So garden tool. And then we were to use twine. So, got a whole thing of twine. So twine. And then here is the here's the challenge item, crafter's choice. Guys, I'm scared. Okay, let's see what this is about. Okay. I am not sad. I am not angry. I'm not okay. A pool noodle. A little piece of pool noodle. So okay. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm having ideas are going there. So let me figure out what idea I want to use, because I actually had like maybe 2, maybe 3 ideas pop into my head. Yeah, so I am going to go ahead and take time to think about what I want to do with all this stuff. Thank you, Lynn. It was not stressful, and I'm not getting more gray because of your box. Appreciate it, girl. Okay, so I got my box from Lynn, which is Fidget DIYs. My box went to Tiffany, so she will be next after this video. And let me think about what I'm going to do here. It'll be just a couple seconds for you, but it'll be a couple days for me. So I'll see you at the craft table. Bye. Okay, so I know it says project number 1. We're going to do little steps, and it'll just be one giant project at the end of the video. So we are going to start with the twine, the pool noodle, the garden tool, and the florals is what we're going to start with here. And then the water bottle and the twine is going to be something different. So what I did is I took off the tag of the garden tool. I am now taking the twine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the twine all the way up the handle. And I'm going to use hot glue, and every once in a while going up the handle I will put a little dab of hot glue just to keep everything in place, because I do want this to stay sturdy and I want it to stay intact and put together. So that's what I'm doing here, is we are going to start doing the twine all the way up the handle. Do not worry, you will not have to watch the whole thing, so you can relax. It's just going to be a little bit longer, and I showed that I put a little bit there. So now that that is completely done, I decided to cut that pool noodle in half, and I am going to glue it. Now, I made a mistake, but it was actually a happy mistake, because after a while I'm going to have to deal with this without the floral, and it was much easier. I did not sand down the black part of the garden tool, and so the floral thing that I made actually came off, which I wasn't sad, but now when I sanded it down, which I will show you later on in the video, it actually stuck and it is still holding strong, and it is quite beautiful. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to clip off the things, and unfortunately my camera was at a wrong angle, because you know that's just how I roll sometimes, not all the time, and I'm just going to stick them into the pool noodle. And so this was not enough florals. It was almost enough florals. So I had to add a couple of my own, but I used all of these florals, and I found some poppies that you can see right there on the screen next to the scissors that had the same color, and I was just like, perfect, wonderful. I was actually going to use those poppies for a different project and decided to just go with 1 instead of 3. So I had 2 extra laying around, and that's what I'm doing here is I am just placing them onto the little skewer things that the original florals that Lynn had given me. And I'm just sticking them on there and putting it in there. And then you can see some of the pool noodle at the bottom. So I take this greenery and I do the same thing. I just peel them off. Because what they actually came on wasn't going to work. They were really thick. They kind of have a powdery thing to them. And so I just stuck them onto the leftover floral stems and covered the bottom so you could not see the pink pool noodle. And I'm just going to be finishing it up here. Again, when I went back to finish the project, because I had to take a couple days, because I started feeling a little under the weather, and it's just terrible. But when I went to go pick it up, because it wasn't sanded, it fell off. And at first I was like, but then it was a happy mistake. Okay, so right now I want to take a time to thank every single one of my subscribers. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys are the absolute best in the world. And the Lord has blessed me with you guys watching this channel, clicking on my videos, liking, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so now on to project number 2. This is going to be including the water bottle as well as the twine. And again, this will all just become one giant project at the end of the video. So I got that water bottle, and it kind of has waves, but the 2 bottom lines were straight and the two top lines were straight. So I just took those and cut them along the straight lines, not the wavy lines. And I just cut out the middle. Yeah, that's what I did here. And then I put them together and made a small water bottle. Ta-da! Isn't that wonderful? So creative, making a small water bottle. I know, right? I'm like so talented. No, I'm kidding. That's not what we're doing here. So what I am doing is I did make it smaller, and I am just taping it around to where it was because I didn't want to put hot glue on there because I was afraid that it will melt. Plus, I have to put hot glue on there anyways. So what I'm doing here is I am going to wrap that entire bottle with twine. So we used all 5 items here, and the twine got used a lot. So there we go. I had to be very careful. I had to put my hot glue gun on the low heat instead of the high heat. I normally do the high heat, but it was on the low heat just so that I did not melt the water bottle. And I am just doing small portions of glue all the way around the bottom, and then I'm just going to wrap it and then wrap it all the way up to the top. And that is what we are going to do here for now. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to show you guys the whole thing. I just basically did it until it got hard, and then I went and cried for a little bit, and then came back to it. No, I'm kidding. It started getting a little messy, and so I got a little frustrated with it. But I ended up doing it anyways. So then I take another piece of that water bottle, and I cut out a little strip, because we are going to be making a handle. Now, I'm just measuring it and seeing what I wanted and how flimsy it is and everything. And it was very flimsy because it's a very flimsy water bottle. But also wrapping that piece in twine made it sturdy, and it actually turned out very well. So we are making a handle for this. Now what we are making is actually a watering can, but my son swears it's a teapot. So we're just not going to listen to him because he's 17. What does he know? He did grab a teapot and says, "Mom, it looks like this." And I was like, "You shut your mouth." And he says, "Well, I'm just saying." I was like, "It's a watering can. Why would we have a teapot next to flowers?" Anyways, before I get involved in that, I love that kid. He's got a personality. He's got a great personality. And I just love funny people. I love great personalities. So now we are going to go ahead and finish off the handle here, and then we're going to glue it down. And yeah, this is actually still holding up very well. I love the way it turned out. So I did not want the fuzzies on the handle, so I just go ahead and take off the little fuzzies by just taking a flame to them. So when you do that, just be very careful. And yeah, so then now here we're going to glue that down. And then we are going to trim the rest of the middle. We're just going to trim a little bit off. And then we are going to roll the rest of that big piece right there up. We're going to trim off a little bit on the either side. And then we are going to roll the rest of the big piece up. Just like that. And if you could hear the fly in my room, I am so sorry. That thing is annoying me. I literally live next door to a farm with 2 horses, probably about 15 goats, a few dozen chickens. And, yeah, they get the animals, we get the flies. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so then I am also going to just twine it all the way up there. Yeah. There we go. Okay, and I think I am kind of just showing you guys my fingers at work and not actually the thing, so I'm so sorry about that. I need to make sure that my camera angle is a little bit better than it has been. Yeah. I mean, I'm slacking, guys. I'm slacking. Okay, so there we go. And it actually looked like a watering can, not a tea kettle like my son thinks, but whatever. And now I'm just going to glue it there. So then when I glue it there, I did not want it to just fall off. So then I put a bead of glue all around the edges where the spout touches the water bottle itself. I put some glue, and then I also twine it up there a little bit just to make it a little bit more sturdy. And then you can see the wonderful tape there because that's all you can see right there because I'm off camera so bad. This is just absolutely a monstrosity. Okay. And right there I'm just going around the little spout and then gluing it there. So then the whole time I'm making this, I do not know what to do with the top, and off camera I did something with the top, but we'll get to that. So then I take one of these paper flowers that I got from Christmas from my middle son years ago, and I place it onto the side of the watering can, not teapot, watering can, and then I put a little ladybug in the middle, and then I put a ladybug on the spout. Now on the garden tool, I also put ladybugs on there off camera as well, and yeah. And I just put, so there's 3 ladybugs on there and 3 ladybugs on the thing. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that you can't see the bottom of it and be like, that's a water bottle. So I take this brown paper and I just cut out the bottom and I trace all the way around it. Yes, you do see the zip tie there because, again, I want this project to stay sturdy as possible. And so I just took a little extra steps to make sure that it is actually sell worthy. And that is why I am covering the bottom. So, yeah. If you are interested in this project, about buying it, please reach out to me. I will be more than happy to sell it to you. Because I did take a little bit more time. So those, I poked holes, or I drilled holes in there, and then I covered the whole thing in Mod Podge. And then I took the springtime and I painted them in my chalk paint in black. And I was glad I chose black because it really pops out. So then I take this pretty paper that I got from a paper packet, and I had another color that I had another piece of paper that had colors in it that matched it, but it kind of drowned it out, and this purple just made everything pop. So yeah, I am making a door sign. That's what we're making here. So now that the Mod Podge has dried, I am going to reactivate it by putting down or pressing it down with my handy dandy miniature Cricut press and everything like that. Now, unfortunately, because I had to overlap it just to make everything line up and you can't really see the seams, I had to use some more glue. And yeah, so I used the outdoor glue. I didn't use it on the whole entire thing. I just used it on the seams. I should have used it on the whole entire thing, but it is what it is. And yeah. So that's where I'm like, oh yeah, there's no glue under there, so I have to do that. So that's when I use the outdoor Mod Podge. Just on the seams though, not on the whole project. I really should have done it. I noticed that it was bubbling up, so I just go ahead and hit it again with the parchment paper as well as the mini press, and it took the bubbles out absolutely wonderfully. And that's what I am doing here. Yeah, that seam is the one that really started bubbling up. And what's cool is that seam you really can't tell because that is where we are going to hang the garden tool. And right there. We're doing top and bottom. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so then off camera, I also go ahead and I'm just making sure that it is absolutely taken care of. Like I said, I do not want this project to fall apart. So I am taking extra steps. Off camera, I do take a zip sander and I do the edges, and then I just poke the holes in there that I needed, so that way we are not fighting with it. So now you can see that I scraped it up, and it actually is holding up very well, and I glue it down. So after I glue it down, then I take a zip tie and I poke it through the holes so the hot glue is keeping it in place. When you do that, make sure that you have it actually in the right position, because I had it in the wrong position and that's not the way it's supposed to go, so I had to redo it. And I was good with the watering can, not the teapot, the watering can. And I pull it really tight. And what's great is with the florals, you cannot see the zip tie at all. So that makes me extremely happy. And now we are going to do the same with the watering can. And so we poke it through the bottom, and then I do glue the watering can down as well as I zip tie it. And you can see that I used a beige flower to cover the cap of the water bottle. I did do that off screen as well. And then now we're going to put in a lot more hot glue, and place the pool noodle with the florals already down. And then it is holding up very well. So I have to remind myself to let myself know that you have to scratch up the paint on brand new things. So because I wanted this to look a little bit more uniform, not uniformed, finished, I am going to go ahead and wrap it all the way around with my braided jute cord or jute twine, and I'm going to go all the way around the picture. And yeah, now you're not gonna have to watch the whole thing, probably just half of it, because I'm pretty sure you guys know what you're doing, because you guys are also very creative, crafty, lovely people as well, and the ideas that you give are absolutely amazing. So yeah. Okay, so now that it's wrapped all the way around and it looks pretty good, we are going to place Springtime down, and I did do them in the black. What I didn't understand is everything is an uppercase and the N is not an uppercase, so that kind of annoys me a little bit, as well as that E is going to annoy me a little bit as well. And you'll see why. So I just go ahead and hot glue everything down. Now, all these came from the same pack. They were on Hobby Lobby. They were in Hobby Lobby, and they were on the clearance rack for like $1.49 for a pack of wooden letters. And so all of them came from the same pack. Everything is uppercase except for the N. So yeah, there's that. And then I hit the E a little bit. It's like, okay, and the M. But I straightened it out. And then when I go to glue the E down, I glue it down crooked. And I was like, oh my goodness. That's annoying. And yeah, you're going to see right here my catastrophic mistake. But that's okay. It's not perfect. Jesus is perfect. He's the only one that is. And it doesn't bother me as much. There we go. What was I thinking? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I tried to fix it, but I was like, I'm going to rip the paper, and I just did not want to do that. And so I'm just leaving it with its imperfections. Yeah, that fly is annoying me. Okay, so what I did is, because there is the zip ties in the back, I did not want it to scratch up anything, so I put a piece of foam over it, and then I finished off the back with crafter's paper. And here we go. Here's the final reveal of this very pretty, springy, challenge, crazy crazy challenge stuff. This one is just as crazy as the Just Our Imagination collaboration. So let me know what you think about it. I think it turned out really pretty. This one is up for sale, so if you are interested in it, please reach out to me and let me know what you think. Also, let everybody, or you could comment, leave everything in the comments. I do get back to the comments. And, yeah, I think it turned out pretty cute for being a water bottle. Not a teapot, though. It's a watering can. So, there you go. Okay, so now that it's the end of the video, and I was actually able to do the crafts that I needed to do, there are Happy Mail, and that is just something that if you wanted to send in these boxes, if you wanted to send a little gift or whatever, something extra that you don't have to use, but you can use in different projects. So yeah, I'm just going to show you. These are absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I love them. So I got 3 of these napkins. Look at how beautiful it is. So I have been studying French for the last almost 5 years. And yeah, it so reminds me of French. Could be Italian. Yeah, it's Italian. Nope, it's French. Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you, Lynn. I love these. I will definitely be using these. So I got some little napkins there, and then I got, oh, these are adorable. They're the wood clips, and it says spring on it. So that's adorable. I just probably got another idea. Okay. Okay, cool. Love those too. And then we got some stickers. When the cares of my heart are many, your consolations cheer my soul. Psalms 94:19. Love it. I love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He is my everything. And yeah, I love it. Love it so much. And then I see, oh, tiny little cross. It's so pretty. Love that too. And then, oh my goodness, these are cute. 2 little necklaces. They got butterflies on them. When my grandmother passed away, butterflies started appearing everywhere. They would land on me. And so butterflies remind me of my grandma. She's the reason why I started studying French too, because she spoke fluent French. And so beautiful. Love those. I just might wear them. And then I got a bunch of these. Now, I'm not going to take them all out of the package, but I got a bunch of these. Little tiny, oh, it's getting blurry. You're not drunk. It's just, it's my camera. So I got little tiny sticker, they're made of wood, but they have the little foam sticker thing on the, so yeah, I got a bunch of those, and then these ones are adorable. I don't have these in my stash, so this is a new addition to my stash. And I got some of these. Look at how amazingly cute that is. Okay, so those were the goodies that Lynn sent me. I appreciate it, Lynn. Thank you so much. I look forward to using them. Okay, so now go on over to Tiffany and see what she makes with her amazing mystery box. Okay, bye guys. May God bless you. Bye. Okay, so if you've liked this, please like this video, share this video with your friends so it gets out. Also comment, I do get back to the comments. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you think you're subscribed, please make sure you are subscribed, because YouTube likes to take away subscribers. Don't know why, but that's just how they roll. So please do all that for me. It helps me out a lot. Again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys are the absolute best. Be sure to check out the rest of these lovely ladies who are very creative and wonderful people as well. They are absolutely amazing, and you will not be disappointed. Also, until I see you on the next one, may God bless you all. Have a nice day. Bye.